Let's watch 6 of my wins over top 50 players global in Tour 7 and 8 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 if you like this video. So note that you have seen those matches previously on Gameplay 365 because this video is just putting the wins over top 50 players on together. They are not new matches. We start with quite a long match in Tour 8 where I was using Kaito. So my opponent was using very good special string named the 2020 Twine that was proposed in the store at New Year. It has a forehand counter, stamina shield tier 2 and critical tier 2. And that makes him pretty dangerous because, well, his Kaito was having good hands, and you can see that whenever I return a critical stroke, that's quite hard. So I was playing this match when my anvil was not maxed out yet. Now it's maxed out and it's slightly easier, I would say, in Tour 8. I'm going to try to enter top 50 pretty soon. So I know that some subs are asking me, when are you going to start to try and enter it? Please be aware that my target has always been, and it remains, to enter top 50 before December 2020. So that gives me a lot of time, really a lot. But of course, I'm going to try and enter it a bit sooner than December, of course. So, well, I've taken some Basti string, the newest premium string, I would say, super special string, in the store for that. Well, I'm going to try and push as soon as I can. I think shortly after the Basti Open, which takes place this week from 16 to 20 of July. We will see if we can do something. Okay, so as you can see, this opponent is not letting me breathe very calmly. It's making me run everywhere, and he's aiming for the corners quite easily. But well, I found the line a bit not without difficulty, but yeah, that was hard. That was hard. Some of his strokes were very, very, very hard to counter, and I'm working on my swipe to make it firmer and harder too. That was a sneaky serve and was a perfect occasion to hit my cross-court shot. I hit the line here. So, okay, and then for 0 to end the match. It's too bad, but well, a surprise to pay actually. When you try to swipe as hard as you can, you have a bit less of accuracy in that case, because you control a bit less where you are going to hit the ball on the opponent's side. Yeah, I was still in Master 2 at that time. Alright, let's face a core member. I'm playing with Victoria this time, and he was using the Gucci string, which has a stamina shield tier 1 and critical tier 3. So if you can succeed in hitting hard like here, it's game over almost for me. Especially because Victoria, as you can see, is quite easy to outflank. So if you hit correctly your critical hit, critical shot, that's very hard for Victoria to try and counter. That's much easier, definitely easier to counter with Kaito, who has more stamina, more agility. Okay, didn't know what he tried to do here. The game was a bit laggy now and then. As you can see, critical tier 3 really rocks. That's really... This is like his forehand or backhand hitting the critical was having at least 10 or 15 more points of power. At least. Fortunately, Victoria has a very good forehand, and on my opponent's serve, weak serve, I have my words to say. So different rallies were very short. And here, that was cool to surprise him, to wrong foot him there. And I finish with this cross-court shot. It's so cool to see the match with Victoria. I'm really not very happy. I can't play much with her lately. That's really, really hard. I have already said that in some videos, but it's really, really hard to fight with Victoria now. Into 7 or into 8. Versus a very agile Kaito, having a lot of stamina, having two hands of forehand and big hand, which are enough, I would say, to outflank Victoria. 60 sometimes, 63, 64, and that's enough. Plus some of them are packing on antioxidants. Putting the antioxidants to have 60 or 61 stamina, so it's very, very tricky to do something with Victoria now. I have faced like 5 different Victoria lately into 7. Because obviously nobody is using Victoria now into 8. They have all understood. Maybe that I have tried. I don't know for Fly Robot, but even him has changed character lately. He's alternate. Yeah, he's playing with alternates between Diana, Victoria, Kaito, etc. So, but he used to play with Victoria. And his Victoria was overpowered, and I don't know how he handles that. Obviously, he has a lot of skills and a lot of experience, so he can still play with that. But really, the 5 Victoria that I have faced lately, wow, they had really, really high stats. That's not the problem at all for them. Some were having 82 HDD, which is enormous for Victoria. And still, they can't do anything. But that was even before I maxed out the anvil, the Victoria that I faced when I was playing with Kaito, where they were having problems too. That's not because I actually maxed out the anvil to have 90 agility. Just even before that, a lot of Victoria were having problems. They were outflanked very easily. Just have to wait, You just have to defend correctly and wait for the perfect occasion to outflank her. And she's outflanked quite easily. This is too bad. So here I anticipated this opponent's cross-court shot, and well, that's how I counter it when I'm not doing another cross-court shot behind. Versus some of them, well, if I see that they still stand where they hit the cross-court shot, and that's risky for me to try to hit another cross-court shot to counter. Well, I generally put the ball into the another corner, not the one near the net, because my opponent could catch it quite easily. Yep, I was trying to diversify the length of my balls here, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the opponent actually. Some of them are feeling very comfortable playing that style, you know, changing all the time the length of the ball, changing the angle. Some of them are quite disturbed. So this one was committing some unforced errors, a bit more than average in this match. Okay, let's play some matches versus volley players. After having opened those bags. Okay, that's pretty rare to see Leo in high tour, except when he's playing with high serve, but it's even rarer to see him in tour 8. Yep, I started the match not too good. But then I started hitting my cross-court shot. This one likes to make the drop volleys this way. Yep.
2, 3.
So you really need to rush and follow up
3.
to hit your big stroke. And the longer the match, the better it is for you, baseliner. Didn't work here. Because, well, when stamina of the volleyer is reduced, another unforced error. That's really cool with Victoria, you know. Her very strong ground strokes are forcing the volleyers to commit a lot of unforced errors while trying to counter volley. But the problem is, well, she's a bit slow to rush to the net and, well, to counter the drop volley. So, yep, it's a bit risky too sometimes. But, well, when you can hit very big strokes versus the volley player, that is much easier to win the match. But generally, I find that it's easier to win versus volley player when I play with Victoria than when I play with Kaito in higher tour. I mean, because Victoria's two strong hands are really forcing the opponent to commit a lot of errors. Oh, sometimes, of course, I just can't succeed in hitting hard. So it's easy for the opponent to counter with a volley. But that's why I'm working on my swipe too. Try to hit hard at each stroke and not only now and then.
Second serve.
Of course, for this one, you don't need to hit real hard.
2.
Okay, not good. Not very well played here from my part. To follow up.
4. 3. False. Second serve.
Oh, that was funny to see
3.
this unforced 0. It's surprising.
Second serve.
Okay, thank you for the gift.
Play. Match point.
If you don't let the volley player have the time to go back, that's easier. And as you can see, it countered the big stroke of Victoria. Again, 1 on 4-0. You're going to see the lineups with Kaizo and Victoria. It's the same lineup, same cards, just the character changing. Well, I hope you enjoy watching my wins over top 50 players global in the Tour 7 and 8 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support, and see you soon on Gameplay 365. Bye-bye.